Alright, thank you for clicking on this video. We'll get right to it. Just going to show you the hidden stash locations in the Interchange map. Going to do my loot runs, show you what I do just to get rich. It only takes about 5 runs, makes $1 million. Oh yeah, and a disclaimer, you do need the flea market to make the big bucks, so reach level 10. Avoiding inside the mall is kind of key to me because I'm not very good. Except for the back warehouses, sometimes you can sneak in and out, get some stuff, and hopefully survive. So I hope this video helps. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if it helped you out. Alright, let's just jump right in. Alright, so just to kick things off, our point of reference for a starting point is going to be the Emercom extract. It's right behind the mall. Assuming you've played this map before, you should know where this is, or at least have an idea. It's on the back side of Ollie. So once we run around the front of the map, you will see what we're dealing with, where we are. Alright, so our first one here, you're coming out from the extract here, Emercom. Just going to run right off the road here. You can see this big rock here in a tree line. Now this one here is only a little risky because you're just out in the open. People run up there usually beginning of a game. I know players spawn right along the back side of the mall there beginning of game, so they might come running this way, see you, that kind of thing. So this one's a little tricky, but usually hit it. Just usually some good stuff in this one. So that's the first one. We're going to continue. This is the way I would do it if I were to spawn Emercom in this game, in a live game. I would probably hit that one, maybe avoid it at first, maybe not. So our next one here, you're going to want to run to the left of the extract point, left side of the mall here, stick to these trees. So once you get to about the corner of the building, you'll start to see these boxes here. So there's actually 2 stashes right here. So you're going to have this big open fire pit area, the boxes there, boxes here. Right in this bush will be the stash. The stash is right behind this set of boxes here. And then you'll look up and see this set of boxes. And right in front of this one is the second stash right here. Alright. So that's those 2. We're going to continue up towards the wall here. Now here, you also have a duffel bag. That's good to search for random stuff. You're going to continue along. Alright, now this one, I don't know why for me. Sometimes I just don't see it. I don't know why. So you're going to be looking for this open caged area here. Right behind the big open parking lot here. You're going to see this bush. I guess the best way to remember is if you look straight, you'll be right lined up with that red trailer there. And then right here in front of this bush is the other stash. So that's that one. And continue along the wall here. Definitely very low confrontation with enemy players. Sometimes you'll get them looting right inside that complex there. I've definitely seen a few inside this caged in area here with all these crates. That's a very common place you'll see players, but usually they avoid the outskirts. Got another duffel bag here. So from that fire pit duffel bag, you're going to come right directly this way, past these 2 trees, and then in between these 2 trees is your next one. So moving from these trees, just going to keep heading straight, and at this point we're getting almost to the highway. Now this one can be a little bit tricky. So you're just going to keep running straight. As soon as you crest this little hill here, you're going to see this big tree here, directly adjacent with the road. And you'll find the stash here. Easy peasy. So from this stash, I would probably go right to this tower here. There's another stash right below it. so once you're at the tower, it's going to be towards the mall side, right next to this pine tree here. And it will be kind of in front of it a little bit, so right there. Alright. Now there's a couple ways to approach this next one. Usually, I would kind of take the highway here. I usually would loot this little box here, this little wooden ammo box, and then you've got this suitcase here. Usually they have decent stuff in them, mostly food, little items like that, lighters, so on. So this is where it starts to get a little tricky when you're doing your loot run, because the highway is just Scavs City, so you want to look out for Scavs. This loot run, you can go very lightly armored. I'd say level 2 armor, pack of soft armor would be fine, and level 2, level 3 helmet, you'll probably be alright. Decent mid-range gun, and maybe a close-range gun just to help you out. Alright, so our next one here, you're going to find this box truck. It's before the first concrete checkpoint. You're going to see this orange box truck. You're going to turn right this way. And there's a dip here. So right off the front of the truck, there's the dip. And you'll find the stash. Alright, so these next ones are a little tricky. We're going to continue running. Remember, scavs spawn all through here. Also, there's pretty decent high traffic for players. Definitely towards beginning, very beginning, and I would say late game. Everybody's coming out here, kill a couple scavs, and extract. I would say as long as you're running throughout here, you're probably okay from fire from the mall. Nobody's really looking outside too much. Yeah, just watch out for the highway. Keep eyes this way. So our next location, you're going to be wanting to look for the front of Idea. And you're going to be wanting to find the go-kart track. So if you hop the fence here, there's an entrance right over here on this side. There's an entrance towards the back by that vehicle. Just gonna hop through right to the middle of the track here, this grassy area. Just gonna let my guy catch his breath. Take a good look at that M1A. And then right in the middle, right straight out from the Idea sign, directly middle, you'll find the stash here by the big bush. So if you want to run, you want to see this pine tree in the open, and then just go right there. Alright, the next one, we can either exit right here, there's a hole there, or by the car, whichever works for you. So you're going to want to find this blue fence. It's just right outside the mall here. This little blue area. And it's right by this bush here. Alright, we're going to backtrack a bit. Go back towards the highway. And the first overpass of the highway, right here, going up towards the mall. Closest one towards the mall. Just going to come right up. Crouch down, and there's a stash here. Now this is decent traffic. I've gotten into a couple of scrapes with some players here. Nothing too bad. Usually you'll find all the fighting beginning and end of the raid. So a scav run doing this, you run the risk of everything being looted already, or just running into more players while you're trying to do the looting, which as a scav is never fun. Alright, so continuing, this is the main highway here. Continuing towards, this is the second overpass. And over here, that is the railway extract. So that's another point of reference for you. Gonna drop down here. and we are going to run straight towards this big cluster of trees here. And now there are actually 5 stashes right in this area here, so it's good to loot these ones. If you spawn at railway, hit them all real quick and maybe run to the highway, kill a scav, and you'll be good to extract right there. Okay, so this one here, if you're towards the wall opposite of the railway extract, down that way next to the highway blue wall here, you'll come down right by these ponds. You'll find this stash just kind of in the open up on this little hill here. Now there's one directly down in the rubble here. We'll go grab that one. So there's the door down there that we were looking at the previous one. Now come up. Railway's right here. We got this stash right in the middle of all this rubble here. Now, adjacent to this rubble in the tree line here, there is yet another stash. And it is right here. This one's a little tricky to find. But the reference, if you look straight at the head car there that was next to that stash previous, it's towards the end, come right across, and it's right here. Alright. Did that a little backwards, but that's okay. So there's that previous stash right there. And for that previous stash, if you want to come just over the railway here, in front of train, you'll have this little pile of rubble here. Ignore that. And then you're going to come right up to this next bush after that pile of rubble with the dinosaur there. And this one is just right behind the bush here. Right against the outer wall, railway extract right up there. Next one, just run this way, right along the wall. Keep hugging it. You'll find this bigger pile of rubble. And you got a stash right here. Alright. And now, we are going to backtrack quite a bit. Going to run past the highway and back up towards the mall, and we'll pick up from there. And commence fast forwarding. Alright, so a good point of reference for where we are now. The left side of Idea from Railway, you've got this other tower here. We're going to keep running straight up this way. I believe we're heading towards the power station now. So this isn't a stash, but I always hit it. It's almost never looted. I don't know if people forget or don't know or don't care about it, but if you come into this pile of rubble here, right by this big green container, dumpster in this box here, got a little weapon box. Got some good stuff in it, usually some grenades, gun parts, that kind of thing. We're going to continue along this wall. And this is where it gets a little bit sketchy for players, because they like to sit up top. So I like to run back towards these trucks. Keep an eye up top, keep an eye down low. Sometimes there'll be a couple of scavs down there. They don't really mess with you though, unless you go into the parking garage. Usually up here is where the players are. And we come right in front of this truck here. And right here is the power station. That's another point of reference. It's another big spawn point. Another spawn point is right over past that truck there where we came from. Sometimes you'll spawn along the wall there. So you're going to come right into the power station. Got the big parking lot out here. Got all these pipes running along. You're going to have this little substation here, just behind the power station. You're going to come right back. Going to hop these pipes back over. Or again, right behind the power station, the van, along this bush. Right here behind the yellow pipe against this little substation, you have your next stash location. And this is always high traffic. A lot of scavs spawn here. A lot of players come here to loot all the PC stuff in there. A lot of the jackets in there. This is your car extract. Takes 7,000 rupees, I believe. 3,000. So there you go. That's an extract. So from power station, got the mall there. We're going to come right through all these pylons. You've got these little sheds back here. Got a toolbox in that one. Toolbox, I believe a weapon box. Yep. Got a little weapon box in this one. That's a good thing to hit too real quick. So coming out of power station now, got the mall there. You're going to hit this break in the fence. Immediately go left through these bushes. And just behind all the bushes is your next stash. Alright, and that is all of the stashes on the Interchange map. Very easy to do a loot run. Basically running the whole perimeter of the map, following that guide. If you do it a couple times in a practice game, you'll get it down. You'll be able to do it no problem. And now I'm going to show you just a quick little extra loot route that I kind of do sometimes. Just to get some extra stuff if I'm feeling a little frisky. So power station, right over there, you come up the main ramp there. We're going to head into the back warehouse here. Come right up. There's also a ramp right over here. That's another main one. And we're going to hop right in here. Now this place is a gold mine for just your regular barter trade items. You got a bunch of toolboxes laying around. Stuff will spawn on the bottom of these shelves here. You can get up into these racks too to get a drop on players. That's a good thing. Again, for point of reference, same outside power station is over that way. If we come in this overhead door here, got another back warehouse. This is a good spot. Got all these back shelves here. Stuff spawns on them, tools, that kind of stuff. But yeah, this big dark back warehouse area is always good. You'll get spawns along those shelves over there as well. This little checkpoint here. Sometimes meds, gun parts like you see here. Helmets can spawn on this table. All that good stuff. So we're going to run right past this army checkpoint here. Shelves over there spawn some stuff. Now here is Toolbox City. Got toolbox there. Now this area, I always seem to find some good stuff. You got your crates. Only bad thing is, makes a lot of noise walking through them. Come straight over here. Got a grenade box by this overhead here. You come back this way, all this little maze of crates here. This first open crate, you've got a weapon box right on top there. Come right down this way. Got another weapon box there. You get random spawns on the ground. I've only seen food spawn there. I don't know if that's for everyone, but... And we'll go to the next one. And you got this little alleyway here. There's a duffel here. And now, I believe if you have a good enough jump height skill, there you go, or you can crouch jump, you can get up on top of these crates. You have another weapons crate up here. You jump across, and I believe you have to go this way. Hop across here, hop across here. Do a little loop-de-loo here. Jump in the middle, sneak around. And you've got a bigger weapons crate on top of here. And there you have it. Just a really simple loot run tutorial, hidden stashes. Definitely wouldn't suggest doing all of them in one game. It took me 32 minutes just in that practice game to do it. So you'd be running short on time. Best to just pick your few, hit them quick, and get right out of there. I usually survive. I've almost never had a problem doing a certain run. It's just getting to them at the beginning. If you spawn by power station or in Emercom in the open, you're almost always going to run into another player. So if you want to just like hide in a bush, wait a minute or so, that's usually what I do, and you just wait a little bit. If you find a stash that's looted, chances are next one's going to be looted because people know these routes. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate you guys watching, hitting that like button, subscribing if this helped you out. I'm going to be doing more of these videos. Hope to see you in the future. Thank you, and have a good one.